Just start the thing. Stop overthinking. This video is all about the idea that your overthinking is stopping you from your growth, and you need to just start and be okay with failure. All right. So if you're thinking about something, whether it's approaching a woman, whether it's trying to start a business, whether it's getting into the gym and you want to cut or you want to bulk, and you're making all these posts on Reddit about like, yo, do I cut or do I bulk? You're overthinking, okay? It doesn't even matter what area of life we're speaking about. In particular, though, I am more focused as a coach. I'm more focused on being socially confident, on having more success with women. These are the things I'm focused on helping you guys with. But with that being said, this video can apply to anything in life, and really understand most of your problems are created by your mind. They don't exist. Most of your suffering is done inside, internally, in your mind. And if only you were better at controlling your mind, you wouldn't suffer. You will live a more peaceful life. You would feel better. You would be more successful externally, internally, in every single way imaginable. You'll feel better. And ultimately, feeling better, being happy, it's what everyone says they want in life, right? So that next step, you got to just do it. You got to just do it. Okay? I'm going to go into a little story I have, all right? Which is I used to be really socially anxious, and I used to find it very difficult to talk to strangers. I thought it was impossible. I thought the idea of me going up to a woman on the street was impossible. Like, there's no way I could do this. And a lot of you guys, you probably have never even done that before, or you have, but you got rejected and you felt the pain and you were like, oh, I'm never doing this again. One of those two things, though, one of these two things has probably happened to you regarding being socially confident. Is you either have done it, you got rejected, you've never done it, you've never tried approaching women, approaching strangers, approaching people at a bar, or you don't even know that you can become more socially confident. That's another one. Some of you guys have no idea this is a whole expertise. This is a whole skill set. A lot of you guys might think that you're born shy and insecure, you're dying shy and insecure. You can't just somehow go from shy, insecure guy to popular kid. Promise you, you can. You 100% can. That's what I did. Do I look shy? Do I look unconfident? Do I look like I care about what you're thinking of me? The answer is fuck no. I do not give a fuck at all. Zero. And you guys need to do the same thing. And if you think I'm arrogant or if you think I'm speaking bullshit, that's because you're insecure and shy and you don't want to just accept the truth that you could be on this side. You could be on the side of having no fear, no insecurity, being so unchained with what you say. Trust me, you can be here. So anyways, I used to be shy and all this stuff. And then what happened is I looked up cold approach on YouTube, and that changed my life because I started to go out and talk to strangers and interact with people and push my social comfort zone. And over time, I became socially confident. In fact, a big question I get asked by my clients is they ask me questions like, yo, how long did it take you to become good at this pickup stuff? And my answer is always the same, which is like, well, what do you mean by good? Like, what does that even mean? When are you socially confident? When are you good at pickup? When are you good with women? What is this line? What is this destination? Everyone has their own definition. Your definition might be like, oh, well, you're good enough to do it and land a date. Or, oh, you're good enough to do it and get a girlfriend. Oh, you're good enough to do it and have abundant dating life of the hottest woman in the world, right? Everyone has a different standard. You, as a man, one of the coolest things about us is we are able to set a standard for ourselves. We do not have to listen to other people regarding this. We have MJ in the background. MJ is great. What did he do? He set the standard. He set the freaking standard for what it means to be a great basketball player. He became the greatest. He became who he was in his time, right? And he's referenced so frequently as like the baller, the coolest guy, right? Like the guy who's like a successful man. When you think of an athlete, right? You think of MJ, you think of Cristiano Ronaldo, you think of LeBron James, you think of Messi, you think of all these guys. Now, the reason I'm bringing up these guys is because all of them chase their dreams regardless of what people think about them. All of them stopped thinking so much about what others think, and they just chased what they wanted to do, had zero remorse in what they wanted to do. When I started doing pickup, when I started going to malls, when I started going on the streets to talk to women, a lot of people thought I was weird for that. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was like, whatever. You could label me whatever you want to label me, right? And here's the thing, I would get rejected sometimes. Actually, a lot of times. When I started, I got rejected a lot. Of course, you think the first 10 approaches went to a date? No. Hell no. You got to be willing to fail. Now, here's the thing, though. Instead of me sitting around thinking, will this stuff work? Will pickup work for me? Will being social work for me? Will doing this work for me? I just went out and I started to do this thing. And then you see progress. And the more progress you see when you do the thing, because trust me, action will always lead to results. Correct action will always lead to results. And that's where guidance comes into play. But I'll get into that concept of guidance later. But to talk about the idea that action will lead to results, correct action will lead to results always. You need to have faith in that, right? And that's what I did. Because you start to have faith once you see proof of concept. Once you see that, I put in action and result comes out, right? So I put in action, I became more confident. I put in more action, I started going on dates. I put in more action, I started having girls wanting to be my girlfriend, right? And this just happened more and more and more. The success was piling up. I went through a phase where I had this I was on a massive high for years. Massive high, because imagine you had no success socially and you were bullied and stuff and you were just overall, what's the word? There's this word I'm thinking of when you're taken out of the tribe, you're shunned, right? That's what I felt like. I felt like an outsider. And you go from that to the guy who pretty much has anything you want socially and you feel so confident and you feel like there's this no limit at all, zero limit on me. Dude, the high you feel, the confidence you feel is crazy. So it kind of took me over for a couple years. But anyways, we're kind of on the other side of it where I've calmed down with that. And now my main passion is actually just to help people with this, right? So this is where the video will start wrapping up, which is talking about the idea of guidance. If you want to become more socially confident, you want to get better with women, you want to just improve your life overall in all areas, you want to have a stronger mindset, because that's ultimately what will change your life, then link is in my description to work with me 101. I can change your life. I've changed a lot of guys' lives. It's my passion. Like I said, I kind of lost the crazy high for the thing. I still am obsessed with self-improvement. But you know what I'm really obsessed with? And I'm not trying to sound cheesy, but it's the truth, is I'm so obsessed with helping you guys with this thing. Because this thing changed my life, and I just want to change more people's lives and just make a stronger and stronger impact. That's all for this video, guys. We'll talk soon. Have a great day, and peace out. Bye-bye.